when you're on a budget and you at your daughter's wedding, get you a case of Dr. Thunder.
Welcome to MD Arsenals. Stop by our store located in Hagerstown, Maryland, right off the I-70. Our range and shop hours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 8, and Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 7. To find out more about our upcoming classes and other services, please visit our website, www.mdarsenal.com. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and watch for the upcoming MD Arsenal podcast.
Need portable displays for conventions and conferences, to home shows, parties, and DJ backdrops? ExpoNet USA provides the best pricing and service for all your printed branding and marketing needs. You've got a guy. Call Display J at 301-378-9363 or www.exponetusa.com. Also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
People back together having fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 20-volt cordless power drill. I'm going to actually put it right here. Oh my God. It's stuck. I don't know what to do. It's stuck.
Reverse.
Reverse.
Hit that reverse button. I feel like that's a really good way to clear up a sinus infection.
You mirror, I could take you to the coast. We could just get on.
I come from a long, long way of putting people down.
Puts people down.
I put them on the ground when I body slam them from head on to their nose.
To the nose. He puts them down.
But I'm going to show y'all, all y'all people,
Time that we end up going through.
Trade show displays, step and repeat backdrops, pull-up banner stands, table throws, all your large printing needs. Call Display J at 301-378-9363. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
DisplayJ.com.
Meet former...
This is the podcast pit, brought to you by Danny Media.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday morning, and you know what that means. It is time to talk some wrestling. This is the Podcast Pit. I am your host, former professional wrestler, promoter of Voltage Wrestling, jack of all trades, master of what I do not know, Mike Ratick. I'm alongside my broadcast partner. He is back again.
Yep, I'm
it's
here.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
We make it 3 weeks in a row. That's what we call a streak. It has happened before, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Rennes the Menace Carbaugh. How you doing, Rennes?
I'm doing great, Mike. How you doing?
I am doing okay considering the circumstances.
Yep. So, I mean, let's go ahead and talk about that. Get that out of the way.
We're going to get business first out of the way. For those of you who haven't heard, due to the torrential downpours coming through the area, we had no choice but to postpone the Voltage Wrestling event scheduled for this evening to August 28th.
Yep.
So I just want to get right into it. Just a couple of things you need to know here, and just how we came to this decision. Earlier this week, as you saw, we've been monitoring the weather a little bit all week.
Pretty much since last Saturday, I think.
And I know during the beginning of the week, we were at about a 24% chance.
Right.
It was supposed to happen at 3 and 6, and it was supposed to be a light thunderstorm. Nothing major, nothing we couldn't get through. I'm a baseball fan,
right?
Outside of wrestling, so rain delays are something you kind
of part of the thing.
Yeah, rain delays are part of the game, folks. But once we got into late Thursday night, Friday morning, the forecast started to drastically change. As of now, we're expecting on and off severe thunderstorms at some points in flood, causing maybe flood-like conditions, flash flood situations, where we were running. Would not have been good for the fan experience.
Yeah.
It would not have been good for the ring crew.
The performers themselves.
Absolutely.
Us, the photographer, anyone. It just would have been.
It would have been a bad day for everybody involved.
Yeah, and that's not the experience we want.
No. Now having said that, we're sitting there looking at the situation. I was still, at 3 or 4 yesterday afternoon trying to figure out a way to make this whole thing work.
We waited as long as we could until, last night about 7 o'clock?
Yeah, it was 7 o'clock-ish when we start. When we made the announcement. I know the boys knew about an hour before. Common, that's just courtesy. However, because of this, we are postponing the event till August 28th. Rain happens, but the good news is we will be back August 28th, and we will be bringing you the same show, maybe even a few surprises. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think we talked about this, Mike. We're bummed that we didn't get to do the show, but we want to make up for it on that August 28th.
Yeah.
Couple surprises, and then we're going to build. I think if you haven't seen it already, we've already started advertising for our September 19th show, guys. You don't want to September 18th. Dang it! I don't know why I said that. I said it last night too. Yeah. September 18th show. You want to be there on the 28th, but I'm telling you, you do not want to miss the September show. It is going to be quite possibly our biggest show yet.
Absolutely. It is going to be. It is going to be the culmination of the summer.
I think you might want to look at the August 28th show and the September 18th show as almost a two-parter.
Absolutely.
I think that's the way the folks need to look at it, because it is really going to be a continuation, a very quick continuation of the previous show. But yeah, we've already started talking about both shows, even though we kind of went into a promoter mode immediately after last night and started going into both shows and stuff.
Yeah. Again, situations like this, it's unfortunate when they happen, especially considering the huge, and when I say huge, that is an understatement.
Yeah.
The huge amount of support that we received from all the Voltage Wrestling fans. I'm sorry, I was overwhelmed by the whole thing. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I was completely overwhelmed by the support that we got from our fans.
Yeah, it was great to hear. We really appreciate it, guys. So far, your support thus far has been incredible, and we will continue to put out a product that you can support, and hopefully we'll continue to support. And we had someone ask about indoor venues, and the thing was, we set up a lot of these dates these first couple dates as outdoor venues because of the COVID-19
Yes.
situation. That's what it boils down to.
It was very important to do that. It was
Right.
I mean, at the time, especially, we didn't know that.
Right. I mean, we ran the show in June, and that was coming right out of everything.
That was the weekend everything just opened back up.
Yeah. So, and that's what looking ahead, that's why we had the first three dates as outdoor venues, and we kind of figured this would be a possibility, but moving forward, we're going to have some contingency plans and stuff like that in case something would happen.
Yes. We're working with the venue owners, and we're working here with venue media officials, as well as working with a lot of the talent to make this whole thing work.
Shout out to O'Connell's and Bad Habits, our two venues. They have been nothing but helpful and flexible with us. If you're in Martinsburg, go visit those two places. They're awesome place. They're great,
absolutely
great places to go.
Great
good
people,
food.
great food, just an overall good time.
Yeah, so please go support Bad Habits and O'Connell's in Martinsburg if you're down that way. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but we're gonna have 6 more weeks to come up with some new stuff, to have a couple surprises. I'm sure Corey and Sickened will start jawing at each other even more now.
Yeah, no, I'm almost certain of it. I know the
Corey is never at a loss for words.
No, Corey never runs out of things to say. So, he is the exact opposite of me. I run out of things to say a lot, but Corey does never once does he run out of things to say. So, I'm sure that we're gonna catch up with him down the line.
Oh yeah, I'm sure,
and I'm sure he's still got championships on the brain.
Oh,
and he'll probably weasel his way into another title match.
Eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah. So. All right, let's get on.
Let's talk about a little. We're not going to do a very long episode today, but we will talk some wrestling news. There's a couple things that happened this week. Last night, SmackDown returned with fans in attendance, and I'll tell you what, I never want to watch pro wrestling without fans in attendance ever again.
That good, huh?
Yeah, it was a really the whole thing. I mean, flew by. It felt like it was a 45-minute show. That's how nonstop it was. You had Finn Balor return, you had Edge and the Mysterios versus Roman Reigns and the Usos in the main event, and when Edge came out, the pop he got was incredible. I mean, it was normal again, man. It was
That's good to hear.
It was awesome. It was a good show too.
The WWE experience, I really do think maybe a lot of people took this for granted, and maybe even people in the company up there, but I really do think without fans, that experience with that promotion does not work.
100%.
Yeah. And I mean, we've seen that a little bit with AEW. AEW kind of rolled through the pandemic a little bit easier than the WWE did. Mm-hmm. However, I do think the one luxury WWE has is their corporate. Their corporate entity, their publicly traded company,
right?
They have the financial backing that they can lay low creatively, and whatever or whatnot for an extended period of time,
right.
Which AEW does not have that luxury,
right?
So,
yeah, I mean, and AEW returned last week with fans, and it was a good show. Unfortunately, I hope it. I'm hoping it never happens again. I understand the necessity for it, but I never want to watch pro wrestling on television without fans again. It was just so much better. It was so much better.
Well, hopefully, we don't do anything ridiculous again, like a lockdown.
Right.
But that's just me.
Yeah. And then actually last night, I think it was a pre-match. Was announced Davey Boy Smith Jr. is back in the WWE. He worked.
Really?
Yeah, he worked last night at SmackDown pre-taping.
Is he still using the name? Or?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up. I just know I saw someone tweeted about it last night that he worked he was in the British shorts and everything. So
oh wow.
Yeah.
So he
is officially back with WWE.
Wow.
Yeah, which is good for him. I know he was a big guy in I think it was MLW.
Yeah.
And he was a super indie, really. I was hoping he was going to end up in AEW, but once again, good for him.
Yeah, I think AEW is going to have quite the influx of talent here. I don't think they're going to have room for.
Right.
Yeah, right now that's probably the best place for him to go because AEW is the talent level is about to get stepped up there real soon.
Yeah, I mean
we've all heard the rumors.
Yeah. So we've got the first night of Fyter Fest was this week. Great show. They released. We were talking about beforehand. So their New York show.
Yes.
It is in a stadium that seats I think like 17,100 and some people.
Yeah.
They started sales at noon yesterday. I follow on Twitter. It's called WrestleTix.
Yeah.
They had by last night when they did the final update at like 10 or like 9 or 10 o'clock, they had sold out and opened more tickets behind the stage, which someone then speculated that means they want to pack that place because something's coming.
Yes. Well, I think we all know what's coming.
I think we can guess and speculate. Yeah,
I'm still going to be as surprised as ever, and I hope
if I hear the final countdown,
yes,
I'm going to lose my mind.
Absolutely,
I will lose it.
That is one show I'm going to make a point to sit down. Nothing else is going on in my day but that event, and I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome show, which is interesting because it is destroying the Madison Square Garden tickets.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even fill a 9,000 seat, which I thought, for whatever reason, I thought MSG held more than just 9,000.
Yeah,
that seems really low to me.
I mean, maybe with the renovations, I'd have to look up the capacity. Maybe with the staging and all that stuff, like you're cutting out some seats because I know now with after the renovations, like once you get to those upper levels of MSG, you start getting views obstructed.
Really?
So
yeah,
there could be that.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's good to see live wrestling, both independent and professional, on television and stuff, flourishing.
Yeah,
it is just. It's so nice to be back to some sort of normalcy.
Yeah.
Or see that coming back, or glimpses of it, for lack of a better term. And I think it's going to... Now, I will be interested. Monday night is the first Raw back with fans, which has been... We have talked about it week after week. It is the worst show on television as far as wrestling goes every week.
Yeah.
I think they are going to be surprised with some of the reactions they get. Especially because there is a rumor going around that the next person to challenge Bobby Lashley for the Universal title is none other than one Bill Goldberg.
Oh, well. Man, it's just like, hey, I want Brock Lesnar. We got Brock Lesnar at the house.
Yeah, it's exactly that meme.
Yeah, that's it. It is that meme.
Mom, we have Brock Lesnar at the house, and it's Goldberg.
It's terrible.
Yeah, 100%. It's awful. I don't want to see Goldberg anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna say
in that role.
But Lashley, I mean, they're doing SummerSlam at Allegiant Stadium,
right?
A huge facility. That's a 100,000 seat facility. Looks like a Roomba.
Really?
Yeah, looks like a Roomba. So I mean, what fitting? Yeah, you got to vacuum up all the crap off. All the crap off the wrestling business.
Well, but there's also rumor that Becky Lynch is supposed to be backstage at Money in the Bank tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Which I'll be interested to see if she makes a return then or at Monday's Raw. I would bet Monday Night Raw, but I mean her return is imminent.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Which is they got to do something.
Yeah,
Dad, I didn't like Goldberg to begin with.
I was a fan during the first run, the '98. Because honestly, a 14-year-old me just getting into the wrestling business again, or just getting into wrestling on television again, seeing that happen, an undefeated guy going through and just ripping through everybody as soon as he arrives in the promotion, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
However, you start seeing how he acts. Like I don't know, Goldberg has always come across as holier than thou. Always came across as somebody who didn't understand the business end of wrestling. And granted, where he started, you can kind of get an idea of why.
Sure.
But, hey.
Well, yeah, I think they're just trying to pull for ratings.
Yeah.
Which, I get that. Now, I do suspect that their ratings will get a slight bump this week, a decent bump this week. Speaking of ratings, AEW this week did a solid 1.025 million.
I'm sorry. I was read that comment. Mike Fox, bless you.
Oh man.
Oh, Mike Fox.
Thank you, Mike. Beat
Mike.
Beat Big Daddy C to the punch today.
Man, stole Big Daddy C's heat. Stole it right out from under him. Man, we're gonna have to set up the grudge match now.
Yeah.
Mike Fox, Big Daddy C, next Voltage event.
Right. And my dad said he believes his undefeated streak. Right. Yeah. He believes he buys into his own hype.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
But Dynamite did a 1.025 million this week, which is awesome. Over 1 million. Over 1 million for the return to live audiences
against the NBA Finals.
They were number 1 in cable this week.
Wow.
Against the NBA Finals.
Number 1 in cable. I mean, yeah, against the NBA Finals. That is impressive.
Yeah. It shows that AEW is viable competition, or at least a viable alternative.
I expected, because Wednesday night viewership for TV as a whole is much different than a Monday night viewership.
Right.
I almost wonder. I know this won't happen anytime soon. Not expecting it to. I almost wonder what would happen or what kind of bump they would get if they did do a Monday night show.
It would be interesting. It could either go. I think it would either be very good or very bad. I don't think it would be mediocre. I think it would either. Yeah, but right now with the way Raw is, it might go better than what they think.
Yeah.
If there's that alternative.
Oh yeah, if there's wrestling on another station that night and the wrestling's better than the one that you're already watching, you're gonna give the other one a try and see what's up.
Right.
But a 0.1 rating. I think TNA when they did their first Monday Night TV, I think they got a 1 on cable, which I mean for them at the time.
Oh yeah.
For television, it was not for wrestling television on a Monday night, it was kind of a failure. But for them, it was a
big success. Speaking of Impact Wrestling, tonight is their Slammiversary pay-per-view.
There we go.
Which, guys, if you haven't been watching Impact lately, I tell you, it is some of the. It is. I think it might be the best that Impact has ever been, or close to it. I think they've really got some great talent in there. I don't know if you saw, but Victor Benjamin's wife, Lady Frost, made her debut last week against Deonna Purrazzo. Yeah.
All kinds of people making moves.
Yeah, with a great. It was a losing. She lost, but hell of a match from Lady Frost. And guys, if you haven't found her on, we'll do it on Twitter. Her, I don't know if you've seen, but she had a hacker take over both her Facebook and her Instagram. So Twitter,
unfortunate.
She finally did get her Twitter back. But go look her up on Twitter. Go look her up on YouTube. Her matches. She is a fast rising star. Her and Victor both are incredible stars. I know Victor is facing the Hollywood Blondes, I think, this week.
The Varsity Blondes.
Yeah,
there you go.
Hollywood
you were
Blondes
close.
was his father.
Yeah.
But
missed it by a generation.
Yeah,
but, hey, you were close.
I was in the ballpark.
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, so Slammiversary tonight, we've got Impact World Champion versus Kenny Omega versus Sami Callihan in a no DQ match.
Yeah. It still always amazes me that we've got the AEW champion as the Impact champion.
Right.
It's awesome. I love to see companies working together and just trying to lift each other up.
Yeah.
I think it's a credit to the wrestling business when you get the guys on top doing that. It kind of sets the example for everybody else.
Right. So. We've got Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo versus a mystery title challenger. Who do you think that might be, Mike? Any guesses?
Man, mystery title challenger. What if? I mean, I know it won't happen. What if Tessa Blanchard came back?
That was one of my first kind of inklings, but I don't think that's going to happen. My other thought maybe was Mickie James. I know she has a past history with the company.
Yeah.
The Iconics are both available. There was one more. Chelsea Green has a history with the company, who is now in the Ring of Honor women's tournament. She was the final entrance in the Ring of Honor women's tournament.
I wonder if we're going to get one of those situations like where somebody didn't know that the non-compete clause was only 30 days.
Again?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag team champions, Violent by Design, who comprises one of them is Rhino, who was at our event a couple weeks ago, versus the Good Brothers versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack and Falaba and a TBA entrant.
Yeah.
And then Ultimate X title match, which probably my guess is going to be the match of the night.
The Ultimate X?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is champion Josh Alexander versus Trey Miguel, Rohito Raju, Petey Williams, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay. Then we've also got Chris Sabin and Moose and Morrissey, W. Morrissey versus Eddie Edwards. W. Morrissey is
the former Big Cass.
Former Big Cass, who looks incredible right now. And then we've got Matt Cardona and a mystery partner versus Brian Myers and Tennille Dashwood. Matt Cardona versus mystery partner, so it looks like it's going to be a woman of some sort. That might be where Chelsea Green comes in.
Maybe.
Who is Matt Cardona in a relationship with? Is it Chelsea Green?
Mm-hmm, I think so.
So it might be her.
It may be.
Considering she has that past with Impact.
Absolutely.
But it looks like a heck of a card. I'm excited for this card actually. It looks like a good card. I like Slammiversary is always where they do these kind of surprise returns, surprise entrance, really build. I'm looking forward to this one. Plus, any chance to watch Kenny Omega and Sam Callahan, I think it's going to be a real. Someone I think is going to be ending up getting busted open the hard way in that match.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
With Sami Callihan, and in that match,
yeah,
I think it's a given. One of the more violent wrestlers.
That's going to be a good one to watch too.
Yeah,
that's two guys that are on top of their game right now.
Right. I'm really happy with Sami Callihan and how he's kind of turned around, and kind of reinvented himself for the last 5-6 years.
Absolutely.
I think he's done a great job marketing not only himself but the company he's been in. I think he does a really good job of blurring the line.
Absolutely. I agree.
Which I've always, he kind of is the gimmick.
Yeah.
He blurs that line between gimmick and reality, which I always respect that, especially in the internet age. Where oh boy, we got Captain D in the.
Oh, let's Captain D. What's he saying?
What the hell kind of conspiracy is this? I am on my ship in the parking lot of bad habits, full sunshine. You afraid to meet me, Mike? He's calling you out, Mike.
Oh my God. Does anybody else have this happen in their lives where you're getting called out by a pirate all the time, or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
It's just me. I'm just wow. Look at that.
Or as Brian Carbaugh says, hey, it's Captain Stubing.
All right. Well, yeah. I have no doubt that he's in the parking lot of bad habits in a boat right now, because we've seen what's happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's blocked you out of the studio with his boat. I've had pirate hats thrown at me. I've been hit with conch shells.
He's destroyed the set.
We had to rebuild the set. It cost us a bunch of money. It was like out of our huge budget here at Venue Media. Like it took a huge chunk of change. LAJ is still cleaning up the financial remnants of Captain D. Reckon. See, there you go. There's a dollar sign. Yep. I'm reminded all the time.
Yeah, hey man, you wanted to bring this guy in, and he's convinced. He's convinced he's got someone.
Yeah, he's convinced.
I'm telling you, he better as much.
The fact that how serious he is about this, like I'm laughing about it now, but I'm sorry. Like when you're this serious about bringing in somebody. Captain D, Captain Crunch, I don't know what we're like. I'm gonna be respectful.
Captain
I'm gonna be respectful. I sincerely hope that he delivers on his promise
Right.
of bringing in this monster that's everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
I sincerely hope. Because
We'll see.
it's going to look real bad if he does it.
Well, yeah. He might, if he doesn't deliver, I don't know if we have a place for him in Vulture,
No, he's going to deliver. I got a feeling.
You've got a better
I got
history.
a feeling because here's the thing with Captain D. I'll give him this. As much as he has put more gray hairs on my head, as you can see, my hair gets grayer and grayer by the week.
Yeah.
It does. It was very, very bright red. It was very, very bright red last year at this time, and now not so much.
Yeah.
It's a little darker, a little grayer.
And it's all because of Captain D. Is that
It's
what
all
you're saying?
Captain D putting gray hairs on my head every week and then hitting me with conch shells. That
probably had something to do with
with
it.
all the history concussions and stuff. Like
Brian Carbaugh says, I hope he and Gilligan can get off the island.
Oh. Maybe he's bringing in Gilligan. Is Gilligan still alive? Anybody know?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean...
LAJ is saying he's dead.
Oh, Gilligan's dead?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I didn't even know he was sick.
Oh, fiddlesticks. All right. I mean, who knows? I'm expecting some crazy stuff from Captain D. I'm expecting some crazy stuff because he's delivered every time. So, I'm going to give him that. I'm going to at least give him that respect.
Sure.
However, it's still annoying.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to get into, it's local wrestling news.
Yeah, we got to get into some local wrestling stuff.
Because this is going to be a little bit of a short episode this week. Local wrestling news, Adrenaline Wrestling is returning on August 13th. They're having, we're going to be having a huge card over at the Sweet 710 here in Hagerstown, Maryland. It's the makeup date from the March.
Yeah, March of 2020.
The March of 2020. We can finally get things back rolling in Maryland. The makeup date is here. And, so we've got a couple of matches. I know Doyle Day is having his championship celebration. Longest reigning ACW champion in history.
Well, is that because...
he's counting the last year.
Okay. Well,
We'll have Doyle on the podcast eventually, but he's been counting the last year. I'm sure he's him and Mike Madness. He's got a magician with him. They're like a Vegas. They're like a Vegas night show almost.
Okay.
And as much time Doyle spends out there. I don't know if you've ever seen his Instagram. He's in Vegas all the time.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah, it's like, I wish I had that kind of money to be in Vegas every week. But when you're champion, that's the kind of money you're making, and that's where we're at. We've also got WWE Superstar Victoria. We've got Grim from Grimm's Toy Show and his tag team partner Doo-Hop. They're going to be in action.
Yeah.
As advertised last year, and WWE Superstar James Ellsworth is going to be there.
Yep.
Blackout's going to be
Blackout's going to be there.
Yeah.
Big Trouble Ben Bishop and Michael Zamato.
The tag team champions. They're going to
be facing.
Yep, they're going to be there as well. But the big thing I want to reiterate here is support indie wrestling.
Yes.
Support indie wrestling, because without you, there is no us.
Right.
And we expect a huge crowd.
Yeah, and then in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. ATCW has a show on the July 31st.
Yeah. July 31st. July 30th is EPPW's last show.
That's right. You're right.
Yes, July 30th is EPPW's last show. Guys, support your indie wrestling. Get out there, support them. Send them off right.
Yeah.
Send them off right. They're a great organization ran by great people. Wonderful people over there, from Doken to Kano to Titan. All those guys over there are great people. So go ahead and bid them adieu properly.
Next Saturday, you and I are going to be in Hamburg.
We're going to be in Hamburg, the historic Hamburg Fieldhouse, and I am geeking out for this.
Yeah.
Legends of Hamburg next week. We are going to be there. We'll have some special guests. I know I'm part of a group that's bringing Heath Slater up there.
Yeah?
Yeah. So we're going to have that in the house, and there's plenty of other wrestling superstars. I know I'm almost certain I'm going to hear from Captain D because he's up there.
Oh, God.
And the scary part about this is I hear we're in the exact spot that the original Piper's Pit took place.
Yeah.
How's that?
If I see him with the coconut, I'm out of there.
Oh, I'm bolting.
Yeah.
I'm just going to run. I'm going to run if I see him with a coconut. Yeah, because I'm... No.
There it is. There it is.
I'm done, guys. I'm done. Oh, man. I got to take a second on that.
But no, Mike and I are going to be up at the Legends of Hamburg next week for that event. I think we're going to try and stay for the Outbreak Wrestling event after that. We bring you some interviews from there. We'll be live. We'll do a couple Q&As, stuff like that.
Outbreak Wrestling, another good group.
Yeah,
here just here in the area that you guys should go support. Hamburg, Pennsylvania, historic venue. I don't geek out for much anymore in wrestling because I've literally worked with everybody I've ever wanted to work with.
Yeah.
With the exception of the Undertaker.
Sure.
Basically the Undertaker and Stone Cold.
Uh-huh.
However, this is one of those moments, a historic wrestling venue that has a lot of history.
Yeah.
Everybody from Hulk Hogan to Andre the Giant to Bruno, everybody's performed there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be warm, but it's gonna be fun.
Yes. And then last but not least, before we bid you adieu, I do want to say, for those of you who had tickets for today's event, I do want to give you this exchange and refund information. So let's just say, hey, I'm not able to make the August 28th date. You can exchange your tickets for the September 18th show. It will be, pricing tier for pricing tier. So if you had a general admission ticket, you can exchange it for a general admission ticket at the next show. Same with the Group 4 packs that we had on sale. Same with the ringside seats. If depending on your pricing tier, you can exchange it. Now, let's just say you're not able to make either date. You can go ahead and hit us up within the next. It should be between Monday and Wednesday. Monday and Wednesdays, the window is going to be open to process refunds. You can hit us up. We will refund your ticket if you can't make one of those dates. Or you can hold on to your tickets and you can use them on the August 28th makeup date. The choice is yours. We will honor whatever you decide, and we will go ahead and open that up on Monday, and we will get you processed and taken care of by day's end.
Yeah.
So, guys... once again, very sorry about not being able to bring you a Voltage Wrestling event today. However, Mother Nature decided she's like, no wrestling to be had.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, she can be fickle.
Yeah. She is a fickle mistress.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens. Hey, we're Voltage Wrestling. We were we promised you Voltage. We kind of delivered on that.
Yeah,
we're bringing you lightning. We're bringing you lightning. So... but, ladies and gentlemen, for myself, my co-host, Rennes Carbaugh, we are going to bid you adieu. We will see you next week. Same podcast time, same podcast channel. We are out.
This is the Podcast Pit, brought to you by Venue Media.